on, everybody? Coach Zach, and I'm back breaking down another lift. Today, we're actually doing something a little different. So this lift has a couple of flaws in it that I really wanted to point out, and the reason is because the reason this lift looks the way it does is because we were working through these flaws and discussing some pull issues and some turnover issues when it came to the snatch for Jenny. Jenny's working on a few things to get under the bar quicker, and so when we were going through this training session, this video was actually taken to point out a couple of these flaws that I see a lot for lifters, especially those who are kind of taking that next step into being a more efficient, more advanced lifter. And so for her, there's a couple things I see here, and I see it a lot on Instagram and YouTube and places where I see lifters lifting. And the first, we're going to talk about the pull. So this is a complex. I did not open with that. It's a pull plus power snatch. In the pull, there's a couple of things we're going to look at, and then we're going to look at the power snatch and that turnover. If you'll notice in this video, she actually does not turn the bar over and catch it in the power. She just turned it over, and the reason for that is a couple of these issues that we are looking at. So let's get into this. We're going to start with the pull. The pull for her, she's very strong in the pull, actually. But here is a training flaw that we see a lot. All right, watch this bar. See how a bar is coming up? Watch her elbows. Bam. She pulled that bar like she was rowing it into her chest, right there. You see this a lot when lifters are doing complexes with pulls, or they are doing a big heavy pull. They'll row this thing into their chest. Their elbows will be pulled straight back. Their hands are almost flat on the bar, you'll see here. And they're not getting that elevation that we would like to see. Where I would like to see her elbows at here is going vertical. Even if she can't get to this higher position, I would much rather see that bar not pull quite as high and her get those elbows up. Because as we translate this to the full snatch, she's not going to row this bar into her chest. She's going to keep it vertical, pulling straight up the whole way, turning over and catching under it in the snatch. So right here, the reason we don't want to do this is we just don't want to build that muscle memory. So as she pulls in her snatch, she pulls straight there, and now she's pulling the bar backwards instead of vertical where we would like to see it. We're going to see this manifest itself into a slight issue when we move on to the actual power snatch itself. So once she finishes that, we're going to come back, and we're going to start this lift by looking at the feet. So there's her feet, her start line for her feet. Watch as she rows this bar like she did on the pull. Actually, she doesn't on this one. She let it go out in front of her. But look at her feet. Her feet have slid back away from that line and way wide. So they are way wide now. Whereas what we would like to see is we would like to see those feet stay on that line. So where her toes are now, boom, boom, I would like to see them go to here and here at the most and sit her hips back. Part of the reason for this miss actually is if you look here at the pull, the bar gets way out away from her, and she never tries to row it in like she did in her pull. If we were confident and consistent with that vertical elbow pull, we wouldn't have to worry about that bar traveling away and us making up for it. She does do a good job of getting her head back through, but look how her hips are sitting. Her shins are way out front. Her hips are sitting tall. I know this is a power, but we really still want her hips sitting back and down like she's going to catch it in the snatch. We just don't want to allow that body to drop below 90 degrees. I don't want to give up our good position for the snatch for a power just to power it. I don't want our feet going crazy wide. I don't want our hips shifting forward. I don't want to have to utilize our shoulders and our head and putting that strain through this upper body to make sure we get this power lift in. I really want us to still continue to sit back, focus on the main movement, just utilize our power, utilize our pull strength to finish that movement early and not sit down into the full squat. Again, we got to get our elbows going vertical. Watch them, they kind of die right here where they're at right now. They're not going to keep pulling at all. See the elbows? The elbows never left my circles. Boom, they never left. Keep pulling up. Those elbows at this point, I want to see them driving here. So she's made contact. She's got a big pull. If our elbows pulled right there towards the ceiling instead of dying or pulling back towards that back wall, that bar is going to travel straight up into the catch, and she's going to sit her hips down keeping those shins vertical, and finishing off this lift. Jenny's an incredible snatch lifter. She does a great job with her snatch. This is just not a good example, but it is something we were talking about. The reason we have this video is because we were looking at a couple issues when we were trying to get the bar into the right position and why it was. She did go on to fix this and had a great finish to her session. However, this lift right here was a good example of how we missed. So, keys here, things I want us to pay attention to the most. This pull is the most important part of this whole video. So, when we're training the pull, do not row the bar into our chest. Ooh, I missed it. Don't row the bar into your chest. Pull up. There. So, at this point, keep driving those elbows up. Don't let them die. Don't pull the bar in like that. Keep going up. Once we're done going vertical, put the bar down. Vertical at all times. I'm not rowing this bar horizontally. I'm not pulling the bar horizontally. Snatch is an up and down movement. I want to see the bar going up right there. I don't want to see it pulling into my body. So once we fix that issue and get those elbows driving up, that bar is going to fly off the floor. It's going to pull into that position so easy. She's not going to know what to do with it, honestly, and her numbers are going to go through the roof again. But so when you're training the pull, make sure that we focus on those elbows. Make sure we're not rowing the bar into our chest. Make sure we're pulling the bar tall. Finish it off. Don't follow what you see on Instagram. Don't follow what you see on YouTube. Make sure even in your training, even in your accessories, you're using good form. Because the more time we pull on that bar, the more time we spend under it, the more our body is getting used to that movement. And so when we go into that muscle memory, when we have a maximum load on the bar, our body is going to want to row that bar in. It's going to want to pull it to us. Don't allow that. Keep training the right form. Keep training pulling the bar vertically, making sure that we get into the right positions in those accessory type movements, making sure that we're prepared for our full max effort lifts. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a follow, like, or subscribe. If you would like us to review a video of yours, either on the channel or privately, shoot us a message and we will discuss that lift and make sure that you are doing the most efficient lifting you can do as well. So until next time, I'm Zach. See you later.